So our goal for this fund is essentially to just stabilize the properties and as soon as possible sell them, possibly refi them out. We could refi them out, and then we would just go to a bank and get a loan for those. All right. But for most of the facilities that we buy, we will typically just sell that property once we've stabilized it. And stabilizing it for us essentially means having 2 years of, having a minimum of 1 year tax returns. All right. And having a P&L, having a balance sheet, and having a rent roll that can produce us the highest value that we can possibly get within that terms. Now, the longer that we hold on to the property, so if we hold on the property for 2 years, then the better the value will be, because we'll have that tax returns, we'll have all those numbers. So it really just depends on the type of property that we buy. They will be mismanaged facilities, so it's going to take a little while for us to stabilize them. All right, so that is what the fund is for. I hope that answers your question. Okay, good. So the offering, the fees, the management fee is a 0.625%. And we really, honestly, we like when we built this fund, I put this fund together, we tried to really make this fund as lucrative as we possibly could. For you guys, for the investors, because we want to make sure that we prove to you that we know what we're doing. So we came up with essentially a very the terms of the fund are very aggressive and very competitive to a lot of other funds out there. So again, the management fund is a 0.625% of the gross purchase price, right? So that's our management fee that we're going to be getting. So 0.625%. The acquisitions fee is 0.50% of the gross purchase price. It's a one-time fee that goes to us. There's no refinance fee. There's no disposition fee. And if we do add on, if we happen to add on, facilities, then we would get a 5% development fee on the new construction or expansion just to manage that. And we would get 7.5% as a general contractor fee. All right, which is actually very low compared to the industry standard. All right, good. So those are the fees. Let me see. And then our strategy, I've already been over this, and just to go over it, just real fast, is that we're here to buy mom and pop shops in the Southeast, across the Southeast United States and in Texas. And we are, so we've been in the industry now for 5 years. We own 11 storage facilities. We're going to hold, so we do have knowledge in what we're doing, actually what I'm saying. And we are going to hold these essentially to get them to the point where they have good tax returns, good P&L, good balance sheet, and then most likely we're going to sell those off. The company believes that the opportunities, went back. Well, I'll go to the next one. Business strategy. All right. So like I said, we are, the market is the Southeast. 10.6% of the households currently rent a self-storage facility. That's an estimated $13.5 million. 13.5 million households in the United States. And like the person asked, what is happening in the self-storage industry right now is that it is growing, and it's growing very, very fast. And we focus on mom and pop areas and the tertiary markets, right? And tertiary would really be like the secondary, where the secondary and the tertiary market end and begin is kind of where we focus on. And I'll show that to you here in just a minute when I do the example. And so we already talked about the company plans to focus on the Southeast and Texas. And Texas is one of the fastest growing states, so it's a great area to be investing in. And then again, we're talking about Southeast United States and Texas, and the markets that we picked are essentially the markets where where everybody's growing, or all the states are growing, and that's why we focus on these areas. Okay. Again, our focus is like the mid-range facilities between 15,000 and 45,000 square feet, anywhere in the Southeast, and they'll all be mom and pop shops. And we do like essentially what we do is we do like we do what we call rip the band-aid, which is price increase as soon as we buy the facility. We also are completely virtual. Essentially, we have not been to any of our facilities. I mean, our boots on the ground people go to our facilities, but we personally don't go to the facilities. We don't meet people at the facilities. Everybody just rents online. So we're basically remote. We're 100% remote. And so we can run our storage facilities from anywhere.